Hey everybody, it's Jeff, Aromatics. I hope everybody had a good summer. I definitely did. Sorry for the lack of videos. It's just been a really busy summer doing lots of fun stuff. And I just never got around to doing the videos like I normally do. But I'm still around. I still got some plans. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. Another thing I was going to maybe show off is some of my tobacco harvest that I did. Originally, I only wanted to just plant a couple of tobacco plants and just see how they grew. They ended up growing really well, and I ended up hanging a few leaves to try to air cure, and they actually seemed to cure very well. So I ended up growing a few more plants than I expected, and I've got quite the collection of leaves in my shed hanging up air curing at the moment. So I figured maybe in a little bit I'll show you some of those leaves, and we'll talk about a little bit of how my growing and my experience with the tobacco went this summer. To start, I am smoking some Weybridge in my Stacy Benson Cob. Haven't smoked this one in a long time. I figured this one's pretty good for Virginias, and Weybridge is a Virginia Perique with a little bit of sweet burley in there. Actually, later on today, I'm going to do a video well, you'll see when it comes up. So look for another video, tobacco review video. So yeah, it's been quite the summer. Christina, she is a city girl. She always likes to do something. I like to just do practically nothing, or just a few things, hobbies that I have. So I've been trying to keep her happy. We've been doing a lot of local traveling to different locations. One of the ones I really enjoyed this year is a place called Elora Gorge, and it's sort of like a mini Grand Canyon here in Ontario. It's got a really nice, the Grand River that runs through it, and you can tube down this ravine, this canyon. Really beautiful. I did a little bit of fly fishing while I was there in that town of Elora. We stayed there for a day. Well, hopefully I've been able to show you a few pictures or videos of that, so that was really fun. So yeah, I must not have been the only person that's been pretty busy this summer, because it's I don't know if it's me or what, but it seems like the YouTube pipe community is kind of lacking when it comes to videos. Let me light my pipe up here. A little windy for matches, but yeah, it's funny in my 5 years of doing videos, of watching all the people that have come and gone, hundreds and hundreds of presenters, and it's funny how some of them just totally disappear. Like, you never hear about them at all. They never comment. I don't know, I could never see myself totally disappearing. I've even reached out to a couple people, and they don't even answer their emails, so that's kind of odd. Not sure why people, that's an interesting phenomenon. Has any of you guys kind of noticed that? How people, a lot of people that come and go and just totally disappear? When it comes to any hobby in my life, I never seem to, once I enjoy something immensely, I never seem to totally get rid of it. I do come in waves of interest where, like, say fishing, where I don't really fish as much for, like, could be years, and then all of a sudden I get back into it. But I never just totally dismiss a hobby. Once I like something, I like it forever, and I'm usually always involved in it. So unless there's some kind of a medical reason, I can't see myself ever totally getting out of the pipes and cigars hobby. I think it's a lifelong thing that I'll really be interested in. Now, of course, when it comes to a lot of hobbies, once it becomes work, then that's as far as I go. I'm not, some people, they get so intensely into it, into the fine details. And me, it's just, my hobbies get to the point where it's always really fun, and once it gets past fun, then that's where I back off. So sometimes some people might think I'm not as serious as I could be when it comes to things, but that's just the way I am. Might be a good thing, might not be a good thing. At least I might not excel as far as, I could go, but I never really get burnt out either, right? So, okay, actually maybe I'll grab this camera and we'll go around and we'll look at, we'll talk about my tobacco plants, shall we? So stick around, I'll be right back. Silly me, I should have mentioned that the tobacco plant that you see behind me when I'm doing my videos, this right here is actually just a sucker. Actually, there's two suckers that are growing off a stalk of the plant that I originally was using, the burley plant that you might have seen earlier in the year. So this is actually a second growth. The plant itself I stalk cut, and it's hanging up in my shed. So I can show you that in a little bit. So let's go around to the side of my house where I planted a couple. Okay, so this right here is my Havana plant. This one right here is the only plant that I let go to flower. So you can really tell that once you let a tobacco plant go to flower, it just sucks the life out of the plant. Like the leaves just turn into tiny little things. Although I have harvested some of the bigger leaves before it flowered. And this right here is, actually no, this is the burley plant that you guys would see in my videos. That other one I just showed you before, not that one, but that one is actually a black mammoth. All right, so let's go to my motorbike shed / curing barn, LOL. Let's have a look at my tobacco. That's curing. And there it is. And that's mostly from just my potted plants. So I think I got 4 that were growing beside the house. 2 are still there. So let's see, so 2 plants. So this is from just 4 plants, or maybe 5. And that right there is the original burley plant that you would see in all my videos that I planted this spring. So that's a stock cut. So it's getting there. So it's yellowing nice. Up underneath it's still green. So it's got a ways to go. So this one's, I was surprised. This one looks like it would make an awesome cigar wrapper, like a Maduro eventually. So this is a bunch of black mammoth, which was super green. And I thought it was not going to color cure at all, but it actually is curing really nice, really dark. So I just got a bunch of odds and ends here. These are some sand leaves that need to be cleaned off. Some burley there. This is some Havana leaf. That'll make some really nice cigar leaf, I think. This is some more Havana leaf, curing nice. We got some burley right here. And I don't know what this stuff is. I think that's burley right there. And some more, mostly burley. So yeah, those are my plants. So if you guys are interested, like in me actually trying some of this, like just, you know, like something like that, I could probably shred up and put in my pipe. Now you're supposed to give this stuff, you know, about 6 months of time to just, to not rest, but to just mellow out a little bit, at least 6 months. But I'm willing to try a little bit of it just to see what it's, as an experiment, to see what it smokes like straight. Now, if it's any other like plant like cigar leaf or probably Virginia, you'd probably want to, after it's air cured, you'll probably want to ferment it as well to get some of the harshness out of it. Now, I've heard you can smoke it, but it just might be a little bit harsh on your throat. So yeah, that's my tobacco. Let's have a quick look over here at some stragglers that I have growing beside the house. So there's I think that's Havana. Although that's weird. That's what happens if you don't top it. It's really short. That's a burley plant that I've harvested. Left a few tips on there. Another burley plant. And this guy, the aphids have attacked it. It's pretty rough looking. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe see if it yellows and then stock cut it. See if I can get a few leaves out of there. So that's basically my experience growing tobacco this year. Next year, I'm going to do a lot better job keeping track of my tobacco, which plants are which. I kind of got my seeds mixed up. I didn't really care. I just wanted to see. I didn't even think it would grow, but it obviously did. So next year, I'm going to do a better job keeping track of my stuff. I'll probably keep most of my tobacco in the pots because the pots worked great. They were the best growing of all my leaves. I can move them around into the sun if I want or away from wherever the bugs are attacking them. And next year I'm thinking of maybe growing, there's a couple seeds that I want to try. One is the original Corojo that used to grow in Havana, but now it's too disease prone. They don't use it anymore, but I'm curious to see if it would grow here. And I might also try some Pennsylvania broadleaf, and there's a couple other ones. I'm not really sure. I just gotta find some room to grow all this stuff. For the future of the channel, I've got lots of ideas. I just got to get around to doing them. Probably we'll talk more about my experience with the curing process of the tobacco that I have right now. Probably take some of that burley and smoke it. I'm planning on getting some local Virginia that this one farmer said I could come over and pick up. Maybe mix some of my burley with that Virginia. Also, I would like to try to make a aromatic out of some of that burley. See how that goes. I've got some cigar reviews to do yet. I still want to talk about blending cigars. My next two videos will probably be about the importance of wrapper and binder. Yeah, I've got a few things on the go. Just got to get around to doing it. So anyway, I just thought I'd do this video, catch up a little bit with everybody, let you all know that I'm still around. Just been doing my thing, and like I mentioned earlier, once something becomes a job or becomes something I feel like I have to do, and it's not fun anymore, then I just take a break from it. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've just been doing other stuff. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and if there's any questions you have, be sure to let me know. This is fun sharing my tobacco journey as I go along. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you on my next video. So till then, aromatics. Take care.